Emmanuel denied the allegations via a statement through his lawyer, telling Daily Mail that his client, quote, denies each and every allegation and that the lawsuit is a blanket scattershot
of Sunny Hostin on The View, Tom, basically implicating her husband in this type of a scheme.
Sunny Hostin has always been a lightning rod for controversy, but what's happening now has left everyone talking. The whispers around her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, have turned into a storm of rumors, and if even half of it is true, it's about to shake up their world. The story is wild, tangled, and packed with explosive details that you don't want to miss. Strap in because we're diving headfirst into the unraveling of Sunny Hostin's personal and legal drama. Let's start with the biggest bombshell making the rounds. The rumor that Dr. Emmanuel Hostin has secretly struck a deal with the FBI. Yes, you heard that right. The man who has been at Sunny's side through thick and thin is now allegedly cooperating with authorities in a massive insurance fraud investigation. According to insiders, the deal involves Dr. Hostin confessing to his role in a scheme that reportedly raked in hundreds of millions of dollars in fraudulent claims. But here's the kicker. This deal supposedly comes with a price, the complete seizure of their assets. We're talking about everything, their properties, their savings, their entire net worth, gone. The figure floating around, a jaw-dropping $500 million in damages that he's on the hook to pay back. The idea that the Hostins, once seen as a power couple, could lose everything is almost too shocking to process.
According to the documents, he knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries.
But wait, there's more. The whispers don't end with Emmanuel. There's speculation that in his bid to save himself, he's thrown Sunny under the bus. Now, legally speaking, U.S. law prevents a spouse from directly testifying against their partner. But here's the loophole. Emmanuel doesn't need to take the stand to cause damage. The rumor mill suggests that he's provided the FBI with enough indirect information to implicate Sunny in crimes tied to his alleged fraud. If true, this would mean that Sunny, who has spent years cultivating her image as a legal expert and a voice of reason on The View, could be facing her own legal reckoning. It's the kind of twist that feels ripped straight from a courtroom drama, except it's playing out in real life.
RICO case ever filed in the state of New York. You guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia.
Digging deeper into the allegations, the case against Emmanuel falls under the RICO Act, a law designed to tackle organized crime. The lawsuit accuses him and nearly 200 other defendants of participating in an elaborate scheme to defraud American Transit Insurance and other companies. The charges allege that Emmanuel knowingly performed unnecessary surgeries and billed insurance providers for treatments that were either fabricated or grossly inflated. And if that wasn't enough, it's claimed that these fraudulent activities were carried out in exchange for what the lawsuit calls kickbacks, disguised as dividends or other forms of payment. This isn't just a slap on the wrist kind of case. Under RICO, defendants can face treble damages, meaning whatever amount the court determines as compensatory damages can be tripled. For Emmanuel and his co-defendants, that could mean paying back close to $1.5 billion. It's no wonder he's allegedly looking for a way out.
So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange.
Now, let's talk about Sunny's role in all this. Publicly, she's been fiercely defending her husband, calling the accusations frivolous and baseless. She's gone on record claiming that American Transit is near bankruptcy and is using her celebrity status to smear her family's name. In statements to the press, Sunny has vowed to countersue for defamation, demanding an apology and compensation for the damage to their reputation. But behind the scenes, things might not be as united as they appear. Rumors are swirling that Emmanuel feels betrayed, accusing Sunny of being more focused on maintaining her public image than on supporting him through this ordeal. And that's not all. Word on the street is that Emmanuel has hinted at Sunny having her own skeletons in the closet, ones that could come to light if this case goes to trial. The tension doesn't stop there. Sources close to the Hostins have alleged that their marriage is under immense strain, with Emmanuel reportedly furious at Sunny for what he perceives as her indifference to his plight. Adding fuel to the fire are whispers that Sunny may have a lover, an accusation that, if true, could further complicate an already messy situation. Whether these rumors hold any weight or are just tabloid fodder, they paint a picture of a relationship that's far from the united front Sunny portrays on television.
Some nefarious stuff. Let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures.
And then there's the question of how Sunny herself fits into the broader web of allegations. While there's no concrete evidence linking her directly to the fraud, some legal experts suggest that her proximity to Emmanuel's practice and their shared finances could make her a person of interest in the investigation. After all, it's hard to imagine that someone as sharp and detail-oriented as Sunny wouldn't have noticed if something was amiss. Could it be that she turned a blind eye, or worse, that she was complicit? These are the questions that legal analysts and the public are beginning to ask.
So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange.
What makes this saga even more compelling is the backdrop against which it's unfolding. Sunny's career has been built on her reputation as a legal expert and her ability to dissect complex issues with clarity and insight. On The View, she's often the voice of reason, the one who brings a lawyer's perspective to heated debates. But now, with her husband at the center of a major scandal and her own name being dragged into the fray, Sunny finds herself in a position she's not used to, being on the defensive. The irony of a legal commentator potentially facing legal troubles of her own is not lost on viewers, many of whom are watching this drama unfold with equal parts fascination and disbelief.
So we know Sunny Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, are preparing for a legal battle to fight accusations that he committed federal insurance fraud.
As the case against Emmanuel moves forward, the stakes couldn't be higher for the Hostins. If the allegations hold up in court, the consequences will be devastating, not just financially, but also reputationally. For Emmanuel, it could mean the end of his medical career and potentially prison time. For Sunny, it could mean a fall from grace that would put her career and public image in jeopardy. And for their family, it could mean a level of scrutiny and public humiliation that few can withstand. What's particularly striking about this story is how it underscores the fragile line between public perception and private reality. To the outside world, the Hostins have always appeared to be a power couple, successful, influential, and deeply committed to each other. But as the details of this case continue to emerge, that image is beginning to crack. Whether they can weather the storm together or if it will ultimately tear them apart remains to be seen.
And they're essentially saying that it's a money grab. And they're also going to countersue for millions of dollars, $5 million plus.
And that's not all Sunny has to contend with. Beyond her husband's legal troubles, she's facing lawsuits and controversies tied to her role on The View. From defamation claims to on-air clashes with guests and co-hosts, Sunny's professional life is becoming just as tumultuous as her personal life is becoming just as tumultuous as her personal one. But we'll get into that in the next section, where we'll explore the mounting legal challenges and controversies surrounding Sunny Hostin and what they mean for her future. Now, let's dive even deeper into the storm of controversies swirling around Sunny Hostin. If you thought the drama surrounding her husband's alleged deal with the FBI and their crumbling marriage was jaw-dropping, wait until you hear what's happening on the professional front. Sunny's career, reputation, and even her position on The View are all hanging by a thread as she finds herself embroiled in a whirlwind of legal battles and public criticism. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the fallout from these controversies could reshape everything we know about her.
I was surprised when she mentioned his sense of humor. But
Let's start with one of the most talked about lawsuits involving Sunny and her role on The View. Remember John Fetterman, the Democratic senator from Pennsylvania? He's no stranger to heated debates, but his lawsuit against Sunny and the show's producers has taken things to a whole new level. Fetterman claims that Sunny defamed him during a live broadcast, accusing him of actions and motives that he says were completely unfounded. While the exact comments are being kept under wraps due to ongoing legal proceedings, sources close to the matter suggest that Sunny's remarks crossed a line, sparking a firestorm of backlash both online and in political circles. This isn't just a slap on the wrist. Fetterman's lawsuit could have major financial implications for both Sunny and the network behind The View. But more importantly, it raises questions about the boundaries of free speech and accountability in media.
I'm going to leave that alone and ask y'all the question, will the candidate's spouses getting involved like she just did? What? That's what it says.
And then there's the drama surrounding Melania Trump. Yes, Sunny has found herself in hot water yet again, this time over her on-air comments about the First Lady. Sunny didn't hold back when discussing Melania's rumored disdain for her role during her husband's presidency, famously quipping that Melania hates Christmas and doesn't want to be First Lady again. While these remarks might seem harmless to some, they've reportedly sparked outrage among Melania's supporters and even led to whispers of a potential defamation lawsuit. The story took an even wilder turn when a YouTube channel claimed that Melania had won a $900 million suit against Sunny and The View, a claim that remains unverified but has nonetheless fueled speculation about the legal and reputational risks Sunny faces. But the lawsuits don't stop there. Sunny's personal life has also come under scrutiny thanks to her outspoken defense of her husband amid his ongoing legal troubles. Critics have accused her of using her platform on The View to sway public opinion in his favor, with some even suggesting that her comments could be seen as an attempt to obstruct justice. While Sunny has brushed off these allegations as baseless, the whispers of impropriety have only added fuel to the fire, casting a shadow over her credibility as a legal expert and public figure.
If she were a liberal, self-made millionaire migrant model who speaks 5 languages, she'd have her name on a federal building right now, no?
What makes this situation even more precarious for Sunny is how the court of public opinion is now weighing in. Social media has been ablaze with debates over her role as both a legal commentator and a public figure under scrutiny. Some fans argue that Sunny is being unfairly targeted due to her outspoken nature and willingness to tackle controversial topics, while others believe her position on The View gives her an unfair advantage in controlling the narrative. A trending hashtag, accountability for Sunny, has emerged, with critics demanding that the network hold her to the same ethical standards she often champions on air. The irony, of course, is impossible to ignore. The legal expert now finds herself at the center of a very public trial in the court of public opinion.
Push for her to become the next president and amend the Constitution. So she could be. But they probably need.
Adding fuel to the fire are reports that Sunny's professional relationships with key figures in the industry are becoming strained. Insiders suggest that producers at The View are increasingly frustrated with the negative attention Sunny's controversies have brought to the show. Advertisers, too, are reportedly growing uneasy, with at least one major sponsor allegedly reconsidering its partnership with the program. While the show thrives on bold opinions and heated debates, the mounting legal troubles and persistent backlash against Sunny are testing the limits of what the network is willing to tolerate. Could this spell the beginning of the end for her tenure on The View? It's a question that's becoming harder to ignore. It's not just the lawsuits that are causing headaches for Sunny. It's the growing perception that she's lost touch with her audience. Over the years, Sunny has built a brand as a sharp, insightful commentator who isn't afraid to speak her mind. But lately, her remarks have sparked more controversy than conversation. Take, for example, her comments about Melania Trump's alleged attempts to sabotage her husband's political career. While some viewers applauded Sunny for her boldness, others criticized her for making unfounded claims, arguing that she crossed the line between opinion and defamation. The backlash has been swift and fierce, with many calling for her to issue a public apology, a move that Sunny has so far resisted.
I think that it's very helpful that he's handy, and when we travel, I'm not picking up any bags. He's the one that's hefting them overhead. He throws the garbage out. Right. He does the heavy stuff.
Adding to the chaos is the ongoing tension between Sunny and her co-hosts on The View. Behind the scenes, sources say that the atmosphere on set has become increasingly tense, with arguments and disagreements spilling over into the public eye. Sunny has reportedly clashed with co-hosts like Joy Behar and Ana Navarro over everything from politics to her handling of her husband's legal troubles. These tensions have only heightened speculation that Sunny's future on the show could be in jeopardy, especially as the network faces mounting pressure to address the controversies surrounding her.
But it does not look well when your name ends up with 200 people in a RICO investigation. This is the biggest investigation since Giuliani shook the tree and a bunch of mobsters fell out, right? This is big stuff. And so, and thank you for bringing that video. It sure is ironic that she's up there. So, But
let's not forget the broader implications of Sunny's legal and professional woes. Her struggles are part of a larger conversation about the role of media in shaping public opinion and the ethical responsibilities of high-profile figures. As a co-host of one of the most watched daytime talk shows, Sunny wields significant influence over her audience. But with that influence comes responsibility, and critics argue that she's failed to uphold the standards expected of someone in her position. Whether it's her handling of sensitive topics or her perceived biases, Sunny's actions have sparked a debate about the fine line between free speech and accountability. A debate that's unlikely to be resolved anytime soon.
if she didn't really know what was going on, right, which is what she's probably going to say later, oh, I had no idea what my husband and his associates were doing. We'll wait and see what that is, but I think it's pretty freaking ironic.
So where does this leave Sunny Hostin? On one hand, she's a seasoned professional with a loyal fan base and a track record of tackling tough issues head-on. On the other, she's a polarizing figure whose recent missteps have put her reputation and career at risk. The lawsuits, the controversies, the behind-the-scenes drama, it's all building to a crescendo, and the outcome is anything but certain. Will Sunny weather the storm and come out stronger on the other side, or will these challenges prove too much to overcome? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. The world will be watching every step of the way.
Totally different perspective on this. I don't really know what happened with this. The facts will come out. What I have a problem with is the core of who this woman is. Unlike you, I don't watch The View, bro. All I do is see clips. I know
it's just like twice a day.
But here's all I hear from her. America's violent. America's racist. America's bad. Okay.
As we wrap up this chapter of Sunny's saga, it's clear that her story is far from over. The legal battles, the professional tensions, the personal dramas, they're all interconnected, creating a web of challenges that will take time, effort, and perhaps a bit of luck to untangle. Whether you're a fan, a critic, or just someone who loves a good celebrity scandal, there's no denying that Sunny's journey is one of the most compelling stories to watch right now. So stay tuned, because there's no telling what twists and turns lie ahead in the unfolding drama that is Sunny Hostin's life. As Sunny Hostin's personal and professional life continues to unravel, one can't help but wonder, how will this high-stakes drama ultimately play out? Will Sunny's marriage survive the storm of allegations and legal battles? And what does this mean for her future on The View? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Sunny can bounce back from these controversies, or is this the beginning of the end for her career? Let us know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more celebrity gossip and updates. Until next time, stay tuned.